Hello, it's me, Anime Wheat, or Wheat Anime, and I'm here with another part of What If Naruto Had Storm release. Right, we back again with another one. Okay, uh, background noise, you might hear it. Uh, sorry. Let me think, what else is there? Uh, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Instagram. I recently went through all my videos and saw all the views. On my What If Deku was a Power Ranger. Oh my god. It is my highest viewed video at, I know given this isn't going to sound a lot, but like a lot, but it's 556 as of recording this. So I'm still blown away at the thought of that. So thank you all if you've watched the What If Deku was a Power Ranger series. Thank you all for doing that. Man, it's one of my favorite series I've done. So I'm very appreciative of all the views I've had over all this time. I mean, given I only started YouTube this year, back in January, I started YouTube. So I'm very thankful to everyone that has watched a video of mine. So I thank you all. You all are very near and dear to my heart that you all actually give a crap about my videos. I know that sounds sappy, but I do appreciate it given I only started this year. And it's just insane to me seeing the growth I've made over uh, 9 months. No, 10 months. Yeah, on the 29th or 27th, actually, will make 10 months, which is crazy. And in January of 2025, that will make a year of my YouTube career, a full year. And we're just getting started. Oh my gosh, I have so many ideas. So many great what ifs that I'm going to be putting out to you all. And plenty of new different content, like my Pokemon Showdown video. I got another one locked and loaded to be put out. It's already done recorded. Uh, and I just need to. By the time you're watching this, it won't be out. But it will be uploading by the time y'all are seeing this. When I'm recording this, it is November the 1st. As you can see, it's Friday. And this will most likely be uploaded tomorrow, which is Saturday, which when this is posted. So, yeah. Anyways, today is going to be the continuation of the tuning exams and Konoha Crush arc today. Right, that's going to be today. Very excited to do this episode. I've been waiting for it. As you can see by the title, it is called Roar. I feel like it's pretty obvious why it's called Roar. If you've watched it already, and like if you're coming from the future and just rewatching this video because of nostalgia, then hi. Uh, I'm happy you're looking back at this video. Truly am. Uh, sorry, picking up stuff because of a project I'm working on. Given, not for school. I want to make that clear. It's a personal project. Probably won't make a video on it. But yeah, unless you all want a video on it, I'll put it up. I'll make a video on it if you would like to know what it is. But if y'all don't, then I'm not gonna make a video on it. But anyways, let's get started. Last part we went over the tuning exams. Well, the first, like the test and the semifinal, like fights, like when they had to cut down like the teams, right? And when they fought Orochimaru and all that, right? We went over that last part. This part, I already said what we're going over. So, yeah, we can get on to it. It's been a month for the Ginning people. They've been training and training. Sasuke has been training with the Uchiha. Minma and Kyu have been training with Jiraiya. Naruto has been training with Kakashi and Rin. I mean, Rin didn't really teach him anything, but she was there for medical if either of these two got hurt during this test, right? And yeah, or during the training period of a month. So, yeah. Right. Sorry, I'm setting up my recording place as of right now. So if you hear any noise, I'm sorry. Right. Radio. So, Naruto over these past past month, Naruto has learned a couple of new jutsu. In this video, he's gonna reveal these jutsu he's created. Well, not created. Well, one he created, the other one he got taught. Which, if you've seen the jutsu list, then you would already know. Right, you would already know what I'm talking about. But if you forget, then you're going to be in a real treat. So, 1 month, it's time for the finals. Naruto will be in the first fight against his own brother, Minma Namikaze Uzumaki. Right? Who's been taught by the legendary Sannin Jiraiya with his sister Kyu. Right? And well, yeah. And during this fight, which the fight, both competitors are in there, and Minma would be talking trash like, I got taught by the legendary Sannin. I got taught by our godfather, you loser. So, I'm gonna win this, and I'm gonna go kick your girlfriend's butt, and then I'm gonna take out the Sand siblings, Okay, I'm gonna wreck everyone here because I'm the strongest. Okay, me, me and my sister, me and my twin here, well, up there, are stronger than all of the other Genin here. Okay, so you got no chance, Naruto. And Naruto wouldn't say anything. He'd just stand there calmly in his clothes. I mean, we all know what he's wearing, but if you forget, I'm gonna remind you. I'm gonna say it again. As you can see, uh, a coat which the sleeves are longer than his arms on purpose, with the fur line and black coat, black like Ombu shirt that the Ombu wear, the black shirt that the Ombu wear, and then black ninja pants, shinobi wear pants, well the pants that shinobis wear, but black, and then black sandals with the taping, of course, right? And under the sleeves, he would have like the the medical tape just wrapped around his arms, just because, right? And yeah, that's really all he's wearing. Of course, the pouches, the one he has one big pouch on his back. Well, not on his back, but the back of his pants, like how Kakashi wears, like the one big one instead of like the two small ones. He has one big one to carry all of his stuff in, right? And yeah, sorry, it's popping my neck. Right. So as they would, well, go on during the time, well, the fight would start. These two would start off by running at each other and throwing hands using taijutsu. So they would start punching each other, kicking. They'd be throwing these hands. Uh, right. Trying to do it. Well, Naruto would, after like a couple of punches in, Naruto would try to go kick for the face, right? Trying to, or a knee to the face, like jump up, knee him in the face, which Minma would dodge back, and then Naruto, while in air, he would like he would start doing hand signs. He would say lightning release, lightning hounds, which fox, or what he would say, lightning foxes, which foxes would shoot out of like out of him, like out of his hands, and then boom, they'd be on Minma's tail. Minma would try to take him out with fire and wind, or any jutsu that isn't his like big attack. That's what he would do. He'd try to do the fireball and mix it with great breakthrough, which he would take out one because the other one, like there was two, and one jumped in front of the other one to take the blow, right? And then like once it got hit, it would explode in like lightning chakra, and then the other lightning fox would grow bigger and it would go faster. It would grab onto Minma, slam him down, and Minma would go flying. And Naruto would be in the back, well, farther behind. He'd start doing hand signs. He would use Storm Dragon, well, Storm Release, Storm Dragon Bullet, which he would create the storm within his hands, like make the circle out of his hand, like make a circle with his hands, right? Any way you can think of, he'd do it. Either the like that way, which you can't see, or the, well, make a circle with your hands. That's how he's doing it. He would make the circle out of his hands, and like a miniature storm, like a bubble, would be created within the circle, and then out of the storm would be the storm dragon bullets, which he would shoot off too, right? Minma would use Earth style Earth Wall to block them both, but yet he would leave himself blind because all the dust would kick up, and he would be able to begin to hear thunder in the air. He would look up. A massive storm has been created overhead of everyone in the stadium, right? Well, it wouldn't. It would be. It'd be up in the air. It'd be where the clouds are. Storm. He would say, "Storm release, storm dragon," and a storm dragon would come out of the air. It would be a relatively big size, right? You'd be thinking, why is it coming up from the air and not like on the ground out of it, like the air, like the storm bubble? Because he hasn't got that far with the storm dragon, even though I think in a previous part I did have him do it. It's just way stronger if he does it from the air. Okay, that's the reason why he's trying to get through this match as fast as he can so that he can move on to the next one, right? So that he can face Kiyu if she wins against Neji, that is. So the Storm Dragon would come flying down from the air, going down straight at Minma, and it would touch down, boom, right on top of Minma. It would bite down on Minma, and then boom, right? It would take Minma it would put him up in the air. It would drop him like midair, and then it would fly back around where Minma is falling, and then Naruto would say, Storm Storm Elise, Storm Dragon. He'd say it again. And the Storm Dragon would open its mouth, and a massive like lightning bolt would come out of midair. Minma would have to start doing hand signs, and he would clap his hands together, and he would say, "Earth release, Earth bullet," which it wouldn't do. It wouldn't stop it a lot, but it would definitely stop it enough to where Minma could get out of the range of it. Like he'd jump down, he'd push off of like the earth bullet, push down, he'd go flying down even faster. Naruto would disperse the storm dragon. The storm is still uh, wreaking havoc in the air. Thunder. You could see streaks of lightning going through. And Naruto would say, "Well, clever. But yet, now you're target practice now." He'd start doing hand signs again. He would say, "Storm release, storm dragon bullet." Bullets. Plural. And Minma would look in the air. Multiple storm dragon bullets would come raining down. About 10 of them. Given Naruto is doing a lot here. I mean, I'm telling you, he's going all out. He's trying to prove a point. He is the strongest brother. Well, strongest sibling out of out of the three siblings to his parents, and everyone else who's doubted him within his life. So, and plus, Jiraiya's there watching. I mean, yeah, up with Minato and Kushina up in the stand with the Hokage and the uh the Suna Kazekage, that's what they're called. Yeah, the Kazekage. They would all be since when Minato would say, since when was he this strong? I mean, I've heard about a storm release, but what? And Dry would say, well, this kid's got spunk. I mean, I'm telling you, Kakashi can train him if he's serious about it. And Minato would look over at Jiraiya and say, what do you mean Kakashi can train him good? I thought Kakashi was helping you train the other two, not Naruto. And Kushina would also look over. And Raz, something like that, would also listen to this. Right. Raze. Well, Gaara's father, the Kazekage, would be quite confused by this, honestly. And Jiraiya would say, no, he wasn't helping me. He said he was going to help Naruto, which I thought, okay, that's fine. Because I wasn't going to help him. I know Tsunade wasn't here, so, I mean, wasn't going to help any of them. Because she wasn't going to play favorites. But, I mean, given I didn't play favorites either, I just helped them out because they felt me. Okay? I wasn't going to help anyone. I wasn't going to play favorites. I was just saying, hey, since you felt me, why not? Right? Okay? So, he said, nah. I mean, I met up with him. We talked about it, helping him. But he said no. So, if you want to blame anyone, blame me. I wasn't going to force him to help if he didn't want to. So, yeah. And Kushina would say, what about Rin? And Jiraiya would say, who? Oh, the purple, yeah, her. Uh, yeah, I don't know what she was doing. I had no clue. I have no clue what she was doing. So, yeah. And Minato would say, well, okay. Anyways, let's go back to the fight. And Naruto would be back. We'll be back with Naruto. Minma has fallen down at this point. He's back on the ground. He somehow miraculously dodged almost all of the dragon bullets. What I mean by almost? He dodged about half. Um, a little over half actually. He dodged 7 of them. The 3 of them absolutely destroyed him. Hit him in the back. Uh, hit him in. Well, he got hit by 3 of them. He'd be on the ground, static, well, electricity all around him. He'd stand up. He'd say, "Well, good job, bro." Jeez, you know, no wonder Zabuza likes you. Or he'd call him by the fake name because he gets it. He gets he'd call him by the fake name. But I just don't want to figure out the fake name. So he's going to be called Zabuza by this turn. Okay, whenever I say Zabuza, everyone else hears the fake name, right? That was created for him and Haku, right? So they would use the fake names, not Zabuza and Haku, right? So this is what would happen. they would they would go and well, yeah, they would go. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, so how this would happen is they would go. What am I saying? They'd be back down there. Minmo would start doing hand signs again, right? And he would do this rather nicely. He'd do it quickish. Uh, he'd say, "Fire release, great fireball jutsu," and then he'd do hand signs real quickly again, and he would say, "Wind style, great breakthrough," and then, boom, a massive inferno would be heading towards Naruto, and Naruto would say, "Storm release, tsunamis crash," and then above, well, I'll show you. Tsunamis crash. Above everyone, a giant orb of water with a lightning and wind release in the mix of it would be above them, and it would drop fast. Right, it would drop fast, dog. Sorry, hiccups. But yet, this thing would drop fast. Faster than you would ever believe it would. Right. And I mean fast. So it would clash with this Inferno. What he calls it is, if it was in one big jutsu, or what he calls it is Fox Inferno, or Foxfire Inferno. I don't know. He'd call it something along the lines of that, right? And during this, it would hit. Steam would go everywhere. See, what also Naruto was doing during this time was also training with Zabuza about like fighting within like the mist and everything along the lines of like steam and well fog, right? And Zabuza would teach him tricks, and he would also teach him water style hidden in the mist. So Naruto would know, like, I'm not gonna use it yet. I'm gonna use it against Kiyu and Dogwalker, right? That's what his plan was gonna be. Or not Dogwalker, but you know what? He after the steam would subside, Naruto would be doing hand signs. And he would say, "Water release, hid in the mist." Or instead of hidden in mist, he'd call it mist cloud. And mist would begin to cover the arena. Well, half of it. The half Naruto's on would be covered in mist, right? So he could be anywhere in there, ready to fire a jutsu, and Mr. Minma can't do anything about it, right? He can't do anything about it. Minma would say, "That's cheap, and people call me a fox, you bastard." And so he would get ready with another Fox Fire Inferno. Well, he would say, actually, this is what he said: Foxfire style, Foxfire Inferno, which this massive ball of flame would go into the mist and I mean, you could hear it explode, but you could hear Naruto from it within, you missed, and he would say, you missed. Get my joke there? I thought it was real clever about that. You know, missed, and this is missed. Yeah, I thought it was real clever, and everyone just would hear it, and I mean everyone. And Zabuza would be like, oh god, that kid's dumb, but yet he's so smart at the same time. Kakashi would give him a thumbs up, like, and with an eye smile, like, yeah, that's my student. Rin would have her hands or her hand in her head and just shaking her head, like, oh my god. Everyone, like, the rest of the Ginning would be like, he's an idiot, but yet that's clever. Shikamaru would be like, that's Naruto for you. Treated badly all of his life, and he makes jokes any chance he gets. that's him for you. I can tell you that much. That's Naruto for you. And I'm not surprised. I don't want him to change at all. That's real funny right there. And then you would hear, well, Naruto say, storm release, thunderstorm tempo, and which he was already in the mist. He was already doing the orchestra choir instructions, like the waving his hands all around. You could hear lightning hit. You could hear thunder in the distance. This would be the first time a lot of these people would ever see this jutsu, and they would be shocked. And then they would all look up. Minma, especially, he would have this scared impression, or his face. You could tell he's terrified on what's about to happen. And Naruto within the mist would say, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna shock ya." And then you could see a massive lightning bolt or lightning beam cannon thing from the sky. Minma would be trying to make Earth Dome after Earth Dome. Oh my god, I can't talk. Earth Dome after Earth Dome and after Earth Dome. Like, bro would make 5 of them to cover himself. And then, boom! None of the Earth domes would be left. Minma would be. Minma would be underground. He's not dead. He dug a hole underground. He would reach his head up. The mist would start to subside. I mean, Naruto thought it was done there. So Naruto would let the mist go, right? And Naruto would say, well, I never thought a stuck-up kid like you would use your hands to dig. And Minma would say, you were trying to kill me. And Naruto would say, no, not really. I mean, I could say the same thing to you about the whole entire Foxfire style Inferno. I could say the same thing to you about you trying to kill me. But, you gonna forfeit? Or do I have to shock you more? Because I'd gladly do it. And Minma would say, I'm not giving up yet. And he would start doing hand signs right in front of Naruto's face. He would do fire release, fox fire, inferno, which right in front of Naruto's face, might I add. And Naruto had no time to do anything. He was from what Naruto thinks, he was preparing that jutsu, knowing Naruto would walk up to him and check on him. So he was already doing that and preparing the jutsu so that he could do this. It would be right in front of Naruto's face. He would be hit. He would be sent flying. But yet, smoke would come pillaring off of Naruto's body. He would stand right back up and he would look pissed. Clothes, like, gone. Like, a whole entire, like, his coat is gone. I mean, given he has extras, but shirt is, like, only the bottom half of it. Like, that would cover the stomach would be there left. Naruto's hair would be burnt off, like, on whole entire half. Hold on, I'll show you. I need that one. Let's just go black. Like, that much would be gone of his hair. Like, this down would be there, gone. Just gone. I mean, not gone, but, like, smoky and burnt. I mean, he wouldn't have much hair left on that side. So everywhere else is fine, except for that half. Like, the long hair would be burnt off, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? And Naruto would say, you know, I was saving to do this jutsu a while back in the future, but screw it. He would say, storm release. Lightning matrix. And after he would be done doing hand signs, lightning bolts would be coming from the ground and they would be staying there. And they'd be all in, like, you know how in spy movies the lasers would be there. That's what would be happening all over the arena. All over, like, the fighting place. The fight where they fight. And they would all be spinning like they have buzzsaws on them. Like, he's tired of it. And Minma, while standing there, he'd be surrounded by these things. Luckily, Naruto made it where he wasn't being hit, but yet Naruto would be looking like a demon right now. Bro would be looking devilish. Bro, I mean, he looks menacing. Bro's a menace right now. Even though this isn't the jutsu he created during the time, like the month time skip, during when they were training for this. That was a whole entire another jutsu. Or the one that he was taught. This is one he has created in the past during training. Like, during around the same time he created the tsunami's crash. So Naruto would be there just walking through this lightning with no care, getting shocked, getting, like, cut up by the buzzsaw, or the ones that would be spinning with, like, the, well, shocking one. Well, the ones that would be shocking him, or, like, with the spikes. Naruto would not care. He'd just be walking through. He'd enter the middle of it, and Naruto would say, come on, use your jutsu that you're all so proud of. I know you got another one in your pocket. I know it's not the Rasengan, but yet it's certainly close, isn't it? So use it. Use your other fox style. Fox fire. Let's see how it works. And he would laugh. He would laugh, like, creepily. Kakashi and Rin would be looking worried. Even though Kakashi has seen this jutsu, he has helped test it out. Rin is more worried about his safety and his sanity at the very moment. Shikamaru would say, well, Minma's screwed. You pissed off the wrong guy. The one time I saw this guy pissed off, me and Choji here, he'd be telling this to the other Ginning and anyone else that would be listening to this conversation, well, him saying this. Last time I saw that guy pissed off would be, I think, a week before we graduated, graduation in the academy. Me and Choji here were getting picked on by two Chunin that thought they were all hot stuff. Well, now guess what? Where they are? They're in the hospital because they can't move anymore. I mean, given not Naruto's fault entirely, it's their fault walking through this lightning matrix without a care in the world like he is now. I mean, given Naruto has done it so much, I mean, he's fine. Usually the laser, like the lightning bolts, are bigger, though. He must have done this so that he can move more freely. But yet, those Chunin thought they were such big stuff. Like, Choji would be talking about this too, right? He'd be saying stuff, they'd be going back and forth, talking about this. Uh, well, the Chunings, they're not dead, they're just paralyzed. Um, See, what Naruto did during that, I'll do a brief interception, like a flashback, right? And during that time, well, during a week, like I said, week before graduation, before they became Ginning, right? Choji and Shikamaru were getting bullied by these two Chunin, right? Like they, like they were all hot stuff. They were all bark and no bite, right? So these two were trying to beat down on these two, but not physically, right? Not at the moment. Um, but they were talking bad about them too, how like sucky they are, and they they actually punched Shikamaru and like knocked him down. He was sent back a little bit. He hit a tree, right? Choji went to check on him, and Naruto from behind the tuning would say, "What did you just do?" And these two tuning would turn around, and then he would say, well, one of them would say, "Oh, so another one is here to join us. Huh, okay, come on. We'll teach you a lesson trying to think you're better than us." And the other one would say, "Yeah, trying to try to step up to the mud siblings. Yeah, to the mud pups, mud wolves of the Inazukas. You loser." Yeah, they were famous because of their dogs, which wasn't with them at the moment, so no pet brutality. Okay, Naruto ain't like that anyways. But yet, these two were famous because their Earth release, or Mud release rather, uh, right. But, I mean, they were only famous, within the Inazuka clan and, like, the Leaf village, like, yeah. Like, together they were strong as, like, a Jonin, like, a mid-Jonin level. But separate, they were, like, mid-tuning, right? Makes sense, I guess. Right? So, these two would turn around to Naruto, talk bad about him, telling him if he doesn't run away, he's gonna get hit like Shikamaru and Choji here. These two losers here, okay? And Naruto would say, "How about you two shut up, you pups? You hit my best friends over there, okay? So, I'm gonna teach you a lesson myself." In which they were in the woods. So, there would be trees all around them where these things would be popping up everywhere. And Naruto would be about to show a trick he can do within the lightning matrix. It's insane. So, I'm about to tell you what he can do. Right? But, and these two would be preparing jutsu, like their mud release, mud dogs, right? Naruto would be done doing the storm release lightning matrix, and the storm lightning bolts would be coming from it. They'd be like, "What is this kid summoning a storm? No matter, we'll beat him anyways." Right? They'd be like that. They'd be talking like that. Dog, dude, no, you're not. So they released the mud dog jutsu. The dogs would be turned to nothing in a matter of seconds once they walk through the lightning matrix like lightning bolts, like earth release. Lightning release can't do anything to earth release, but water release can. Remember, storm release, at least in this, is lightning, water, and wind release. Okay? All of those three releases, that makes this storm release. Okay? Not like the real storm release, but it makes this my version of it. Right? So, this is how it would happen. Go down. So, Naruto would be looking there, red eyes, given he's not a holder of Kyuubi, or Karama rather. He's not a holder of them, right? But he does have his own moments where if he gets real angry, you're screwed. You're done. You're done. You're not going far from where you started bad mouthing him. I mean, he's done this in the past. I mean, not within the what if, but as a child, like before like canon time or this time, right? He's hog wild dog, right? He's done this before. So Naruto would be in one spot as of currently. He'd walk through the matrix, getting shocked, and then he would disappear from these two sites, and he would end up behind them, and then to the side of them, above them, to the other side, below them, above, through an angle, right? He'd be everywhere, simultaneously, like, there'd be multiple Narutos. And Naruto would say, Storm Release, Storm Dragon Bullet, and then boom! These two would be screwed, okay? Or, no, he would say, Lightning Release, Lightning Hounds. This time, they would be get beat up by dogs. That's why he would, at that point, he would say hounds and not foxes, right? And now we're back to current time. Everyone has heard this, right? Now. And you could hear a droning in background. So, he's the one who did that? Wow, impressive. Like, all these droning on all these civilians would be like, oh my god. And now, back to the arena, Naruto would be everywhere. Just everywhere, around Minma, left, right, up, below, like, he would be everywhere. And everyone could see this. You could see every single Naruto doing hand signs. These hand signs being from Storm Release, and they would all say this in unison. Storm Release, Storm Dragon, which Storm Dragons would appear all around. I mean, a lot. There'd be like 15 Narutos. There'd be 15 Storm Dragons, and Minmo would be like, hey, you know what? No, I'm not scared. I'm taking you out. I don't care how many there are of you. I'm taking you out. He'd start doing hand signs. He would say, Fire Release, Foxfire Style. I'm trying to think of a name. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a name. Dang it. I'm trying to think of a name. Crap. You know what? If you watch my Asta What If, this this jutsu is not, well, this name is gonna become familiar to you. But if you don't, then this will be just a jutsu. Minma would say, "Fire release, Foxfire style, Kitsune's eruption." And Naruto would say, "There you go." But that won't help you. And, like, Minma would be shooting off many of different fireballs everywhere. But the lightning matrix would move Naruto. The Naruto would move to a different, like, station of the lightning matrix. Like, you know how in spies, I know I've said this before, but like in spies movies, you know how there's multiple lasers. They'd be moving to different lasers, is what I'm trying to get at, right? And then Naruto would say, "Go." And then the storm dragons would prepare, or would be opening up their jaws and would be preparing the roar. I mean, not the roaring thunder, but their own, like, beam attack. Trying to check time. Sorry. Yeah, that's been an hour. It's been way more than an hour, maybe. I think. Maybe just 30 minutes. We'll find out. But yeah, they would go. They'd fire off. They'd be taking out the fireballs, and boom, Minma would be hit. Hit again, hit again, hit again, and again, and again, and again, and again, until he would fall, unmoving. Not dead. He wouldn't kill his own brother. But yet, the match would be stopped, right? Naruto would let the jutsu down, right? And boom. Done and dusted. First fight down. Time skip. All the other fights, the rest of the fights, Sasuke versus Gaara won. Because Sasuke was about to be defeated, and she forfeited. Because remember, she doesn't have Chidori in this, right? No Chidori. So she has nothing against Gaara, but she would try, but she would forfeit, right? So Gaara would move to the next one, to his next fight, which would be Shino, sadly. And actually no, he'd probably get a free fight, like a free knock up to the quarterfinals, I believe. No, semifinals. Yeah, he'd get a free knock up. See, Shino and Shikamaru would fight. Shino would win. So it would be Shino versus Gaara in the semifinals, right? And now it's Naruto versus Kiyu, which Naruto is still no shirt. He has no shirt on, but he does have, like, bandages around his body from the burns, right? These two would walk out, and Kiyu would say, "Whoa, you got burnt, didn't ya?" uh, brother, we both know who's gonna win this, don't ya? I barely had to try in my fight, okay? So, you might as well just forfeit now. Because even though me and my brother over there in the stands may be quite similar, but in strength, there's one clear victor. We've had fights, and guess who's always won? Me. Okay? So, you might as well just forfeit now. You're injured anyways. You're hurt. Okay. So, you might as well forfeit and let me go through. Okay? So you don't have to be hurt. Actually, this would be the corner fight. No, would it? No, it wouldn't. So whoever would win this would get a free knock up to the, well, not a free one, but they'd get knocked up to the quarterfinals. No, actually the semifinals or the finals actually, because because Shino would have eventually won, and then he would have forfeited against Gara. So Gara is in the finals, and we can tell main character energy right now. So Naruto would be on the other end, and he would say, "Yeah, right. I'm gonna forfeit. No way I am. Whenever hell freezes over, I'll forfeit. Okay? But right now, I'm proving a point. I'm winning this, and then going to the finals, so I can kick these Sand siblings, well, Gara's butt, and prove I'm the strongest sibling. Because if you don't know, all my life I've been ignored by our parents, basically. Sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, hi Naruto, where you been?" Blah blah blah. But I always knew it was fake. See, they have always focused on you and Minma because you two have the nine tails in you. Okay, it's no big secret. We both know you two are mom and dad's favorites because you have the nine tails in you. Okay? Mom has some in her because that's what keeps her alive. See, over these past years, I've been researching on Tailed Beast and Jinchuriki. Okay? I've been building up my brain. I know how to defeat Jinchuriki. I've already defeated one, and I'm about to defeat two others. Okay? See, this mind up here is a little insane about his tactics, as you can tell. My own jutsus hurt me. I mean, given it's lightning, I do pull lightning from the air to do my attacks. But yet, that's all part of a plan. See, that's the reason why I carry lightning rods all over my body. Okay? That's why they're all over my body. They absorb the lightning, at least partially. At least partial of the lightning that I pull from the sky and use. So they have unlimited electricity in them where I can use my jutsus freely. And they just absorb the power. Parts of the power. Okay? That's my plan. If either you or Minma go crazy, I can subdue you until someone stronger than me gets over there and deals with you. I can subdue a Jinchuriki very easily. All you need is a little shocking collar and you're done. I know. Oh, I know way too much, don't I? I know plenty of Jinchuriki. I've heard stories. While you and Minma would stay home and play with your friends, I would go off with Father for meetings with other Hokage. I'm given I didn't do much in those, but yeah, I was brought along because I asked to. See, Dad always had a heart for me because he knew what it was like growing up and being ignored. So during a couple of meetings, he would bring me along to hang out with him, talk a lot. I got to meet Jinchuriki, at least a couple of them. Let me think. I gotta meet 2. I gotta meet 8. I got to meet actually 1 once upon a time. But that's been years. I don't even think he remembers. By the way he's staring at me, he definitely doesn't. Uh, Let me think. Which one was that? Mist. I met with a Mist one at some point. No, I didn't. That wasn't Mist. That was Waterfall. Yeah, I'm at 7. The others, I don't know. Actually, no, I did meet Earth. One of the Earth ones. I think number 5. I'm at 5. He was real nice and quiet. He taught me. He told me stories of his past. He was nice. He's probably one of my favorites, honestly. He was real nice. He told me about his partner, the 4. Uh, yeah. So, this brain up here has knowledge. Oh, unlimited. See, a storm has a lot of potential for destruction and calamities, but yet you never really realize a storm always knows what it's doing at any point in any time. It brews up in the air, waiting for the perfect time to strike. So, that's what I've been doing this entire time. Right now, I'm thinking of plans on how I could defeat you in a couple of seconds. Oh, I got one, but I'd have to get close to you. And I know your Foxfire style. Well, you got the one same jutsu, the Inferno, but you got another one. I've seen you fight. I was spying on you during your training. I know your styles. Oh, it's so nice to see you get creeped out. See, I also went up to our godfather recently before this and asking how you and Minmo were doing. He told me quite a bit of stuff. I told him stuff what I was doing, given I could tell. He didn't tell you crap. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And then the match would start. Naruto would prepare doing hand signs, so would Kiyu. Well, hers would be fire release, Foxfire, Inferno, times 3. So she would shoot out 3. But Naruto would do Storm Release, Lightning Matrix. It would be prepared. Bang. Naruto would be hit by another. Well, just one, though. The other 2 he could dodge. He dodged. The one, he got hit by another Inferno. Getting knocked back. But yet, he's fine. I mean, given not fine, he's clearly burnt. But yet, Naruto would be there, going around everywhere, just switching places, going through the rays or the matrix, like, you know what I'm talking about, how it's like lasers. He'd be switching, well, going through them all. And during that time, he'd say, "Can you hit me now?" You know, I've been planning a lot. Watching your fight, watching everyone else's. They're all very strong, but yet they don't have the mindset. See, I also met with another person recently. He's also in the stands. His name's Shishui Uchiha. See, he has a very akin. He's called the teleporter, or Shisui of the body flicker. He does this a lot to confuse his opponents and take him out. That's what I gained this off of, where I go so fast, where I make multiple images. But yet, I'm just going around to dodge your jutsus. And he'd get up right in her face. She would use Fire Release, Foxfire, Pulse, which is where she coats her hands in fire, and like paws would appear and try to hit him. But yet he'd dodge. Oh, I also met Itachi. I met him once. We talked about how me and his sister are very close, which we are. I mean, we're friends-ish. I mean, I don't hate her, but I also don't think she really likes me. Eh, anyways. So, how would you like to go down? In a blaze of glory, or getting sick to your stomach like you had a plague? He'd be right in her ear to say that. He'd also say it real low so no one else could hear him. So, and he would go away. He'd be across the stadium, across the arena, right? And so, I may begin. And multiple of them would appear, multiple of them, but yet they'd all be standing while Naruto would be sitting down, meditating, as of right now. And Kakashi would say, I forbid him from using this jutsu during training. I mean, this isn't training, so, And Rin would say, Kakashi, we gotta stop him. He's going to use that jutsu. And the other Jonin would say, what jutsu? And Zabuza would say, wait a second. You mean the lightning plague? Oh, okay. Yeah, we should probably stop him. Or yell out at him to not go as big as last time. Because, I mean, we're not going to stop him from doing the jutsu. And no interference by Jonins. But yeah, we can yell at him, right? Does that count as interference? And the Jonin that's down there, he would say no. Or a Jonin that would know the rules. Like the referee would be like saying, no, you can yell at him all you want. I'm not stopping you. But you can't go down there. Okay, that's the one thing. And Kakashi and, well, Rin would run up to the edge and say, Naruto, don't go as hard. Don't go as powerful as you did the first time, okay? That plague, remember those years ago when you first started this jujutsu? Everywhere in this village was a landmine, okay? We do not need to do that again. We do not need elementals around the village, okay? So, please don't do this. And Naruto would look up and he would say, I'm gonna do it. But don't worry. I mean, you might want to worry for her. But for me, and that's why I have the lightning matrix on. See, I'm gonna become the plague. He would laugh maniacally. And Kiyu would say, what are they trying to stop you from? And she would be using infernos all around to hit the projections of Naruto standing there, right? It wouldn't work. They're projections. Not really projections, but they're him. But he's going so fast that he is in multiple places at once, you could say. I mean, given those are also shadow clones, that could also help with the fact, that fact also, yeah, that could probably help with the fact about this. That those that she's fighting right now are shadow clones and not him. So, yeah. I feel like this should just be the screw it. Anyways. So, Naruto would start doing hand signs. He'd stand up. He'd disperse the multiples of him. And he would say, Storm release, lightning plague. And on his body, you could see marks, like small lightning marks, like lightning bolts all over his body, like on his face, like one prominent one. I mean, given it is in this picture, a very prominent, well, that would appear on his face, right? I mean, it wouldn't be permanent. It wouldn't be like a scar or anything yet, but it will most likely turn into one. If you know, you know. Oh gosh. Right. And Naruto, well, he would turn into the plague. And off his body would become, well, would shoot off lightning like dragons. Would shoot off into multiple directions into the lightning matrix. And they would appear every so often. He would be hit over 50 times in a matter of minutes. In like in a minute, over 50 times she'd be hit. And Naruto would say, "Come on, sis. This could all stop if you just forfeit. Okay? I'm telling you, I don't find it pleasuring hurting family. So just quit while you can before you are forced to." Ki would say, "I'm not forfeiting. Okay, I got one trick up my sleeve that Minma didn't do. Okay?" And her eyes would become slits, and a red chakra cloak would become around her. This would be about 1% of Kyuubi's power. Okay? So not full strength, but yet not one tail either. It's just the cloak of Nine Tails chakra. And Naruto would say, "Oh, so this is your trick. So I'm guessing Minma doesn't have good as control as you? Or you made some dumb deal with it. With the Nine Tails, am I right? On where you could see through, or, well, it could see through your eyes. And probably something else that's very dumb. Am I right? And he just hasn't grew the balls to do that, huh? Well, that's probably a good choice. And probably a dumb one by yours. By the fact it's gonna be seeing a lot of pain in a couple of seconds." He'd start doing hand signs again. He would say, after hand signs, of course, "Stormily tsunamis crash." The pain's nice, I can tell you that for sure. And then, boom, the tsunamis crash would come falling down upon her. And then, boom, crash onto her. She'd fall to the ground from from the weight of the water. And plus, she'd start spazzing out because of the lightning within the water. And then Naruto would let the lightning matrix, and he would do something weird. He would start to overcharge himself. Not really. No, I'm joking. The lightning plagues, the elementals would come scurrying back to him and jump into the lightning marks. The marks all over him, right? So instead of them being everywhere around him and them only having that spot to call home, he turned his body into a hive, like a hive, like for a beehive. And then he would turn off, well, disperse the jutsu, right? And he'd start to walk away, like twitching once in a while because of the lightning and him never doing that before. That would be his first time doing that, right? So, it would be a little bit later in the day, about an hour later. Uh, Time for Gaara and Naruto's fight. Naruto would be down there, still no shirt. Gaara would be on the other side. The match would be already started. They're just standing there, waiting for the other to make their move. So Gaara would make the first move with a big sand arm, trying to slap Naruto, which Naruto would dodge. Naruto would start to run up towards Gaara, right? He would jump over him and run behind him. He'd do hand signs, and he would slam his hand on the ground and do water release, mist cloud, in which this would cover half of the arena, like directly in half. Gaara is on one half, and Naruto's on the other. Okay, and then Naruto within that mist. The only reason he did that is so that he can prepare jutsu or start onto it. And while he'd make shadow clones to distract them, to distract Gaara while he's in there, right? Within the mist, you would hear Naruto say, "Lightning release, right, Kiri." Gaara would be like, "What? What did he say?" Because he couldn't hear that. Naruto said it real low. Naruto was trying to end this fight in a matter of seconds, or a matter of minutes, rather, instead of building it out and waiting like he did with the other fights. He wanted to end this one fast because he knew Gaara wasn't going to pull any punches or like I scared the crap out of him. Or like hold back. He was gonna try to kill Naruto, is what delete Naruto, right? And so Naruto was gonna end this before Gaara can, which these shadow clones would start to hold down Gaara. He'd overpower. He'd pile onto him, and Naruto would run out of the mist, lightning blade on his hand. The Jonin would start to like yell at Kakashi for teaching him the Raikiri, and Kakashi said, I taught him that because of this fight, in case he had to deal with this. Okay, I wasn't gonna let him die. Gaara down there is dangerous. Okay, he's unstable. He was. I mean, you saw him in previous fights. You saw him in the fight with Sasuke. He nearly killed Sasuke before Shisui and Itachi stepped in. Okay, I wasn't gonna see another family member die in front of my eyes. Okay, and then he would shut up. Rin would put her hand on his shoulder, right? And Naruto would say, "This is the end, Gaara. I'm tired of this. I'm stronger than you, and you better hide." And he would jump up in the air while the shadow clones would still be piling up on him. Gaara would knock him away, and he would see Naruto right in front of his face with the Shidori, not the Shidori, Raikiri, and it would pierce like sand armor, the orb around him, right? He would make Gar bleed, and he would go crazy. Bro would go crazy. Bro would go hog wild. Shikaku would take over. Blah blah blah. He would run away. Blah, 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 blah. Other things would happen. Naruto would chase after him, right? With other getting. That's a hawk and four crows. That's cool. I mean, not cool, but it's cool. But bro got it. Bro got it. Oh, oh, oh. Touchdown. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're running away. Oh, no one's still after him. Yep, that crow's screwed. His friends ran away. That crow's screwed. I mean, that thing's screwed. Anyways, yeah, Naruto and Gaara would fight more. Their Ginning would follow them, and blah blah blah. Right? The Jonin would handle the sound, and Sand Shinobi all of kind. Yeah. Right. So Naruto and what's his face? Uh, Gaara, that's his name. Haircut guy. Right. So here we go. Gaara and Naruto would be fighting right now. Shikaku taking over halfway. Eventually, fully, Naruto would be there on the ground. Like, how am I supposed to fight a freaking tail beast? I can't get up there. I don't have a summoning. Ah, screw it. I'll just have to run up his arm or something. Oh, never mind. I got an idea. He'd start to do hand signs. Shikaku would be trying to hit him. Naruto would be moving while doing hand signs, right? And he would say, "Storm release, roaring thunder." And what would storm cloud would appear above him? What would come down would be a full-on dragon. Okay, like wings, arms, and everything. Like from Fairy Tail, like it would look like Igneel, or but fully storm. Like it'd be made of storm clouds. It would open its jaw. It would roar. Right. It would roar. It would hit Shikaku. And then it would walk over, hold him down. Naruto would jump up on the dragon's back and run up, jump off its head, and he would be ready to end Gaara's life. He'd just wake him up. That's it. I mean, he'd jump up on his head, he'd wake him up, just headbutt him right in the head. And then the storm dragon would disperse, and Shikaku would be going back within seal. Plarmer, do time skip. Yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you all next time. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate all of that. Go follow me on Blue Sky and follow me on Instagram. Yeah. Bye. I'll see y'all next time in the next one. Bye bye.